Hello, everyone. My name is John Bennett. I am 11 years old and I have cystic fibrosis. I hope that you are all doing well and staying safe during these uncertain times.
Good morning and welcome to the Walk to Make Cystic Fibrosis History. My name is Nina and I am the walk coordinator for Dartmouth. This past year has flown by and it's hard to believe we are here again virtually supporting the fight against cystic fibrosis. When we pivoted to our virtual walk in 2020, we never imagined we would still be hosting things virtually again this year. Although we wish things were different and we could come together, we are still so happy you have joined us online for our Atlantic Regional Opening Ceremonies. Children's, parents, and individuals living with CF push through challenges every single day that are unimaginable to most. They go further because they must. Their resilience, tenacity, and hope are inspiring. Throughout the month of May, thousands of Canadians have been inspired to walk and participate in our challenges to show their support for our CF community. We have not let the pandemic stop us from going further to help people living with CF live longer, healthier lives. That said, we are far from done. Together, we'll push further in our commitment to the success of our shared cause. Further, until every Canadian living with CF can experience everything life has to offer. Thank you for joining and enjoy your day.
We are a small, mighty community and is brightened with our shining stars. They illustrate resilience and nothing short of being a warrior. Unfortunately, cystic fibrosis continues to take the loved ones we loved too soon. Words cannot express the grief that the CF community feels when we lose another warrior. Let us take a moment of silence to treasure the memories for all of our loved ones that have passed away too soon and for those lives that have been dimmed. We will remember you and continue to fight for cystic fibrosis and for control. The battle against cystic fibrosis can be tiring and challenging, but we are and will continue to make a difference. Do not give up. Keep fighting for our warriors as they shine brightly in our community.
The advice we would offer the CF community is to become a part of the community, whether that's through social media, through your local chapter or a parent group in your community. It has answered so many questions for us, gave us a venue to bounce ideas off of, and kept us sane a lot of the time.
My advice that I would have to offer the community is to be kind. Always. You never know what someone is going through, and a smile and some kindness can go a long way.
I think the best piece of advice I can give is to try to stay as positive as possible. I know everyone has their struggles and it's really hard to stay positive sometimes, and especially with the crazy past year that we've had. But looking on the bright side of things can completely change your mood. And it's good to focus on the good and not stick to the bad. If you stick to the bad, your mood was obviously going to reflect that. And looking forward, being positive, it will have a significant and positive impact on you.
Hey, it's Tim from Halifax, Nova Scotia, 53-year-old living with cystic fibrosis. And if I had any advice when it comes to a CF event, whether it's the walk or anything else going on all year long, my advice is to make sure you follow up. You put a lot of hard work into this thing. A lot of people donated their time and money. Make sure you follow up, keep really good records, and thank everybody that you can think of. So if you have a good record, you should be able to go back through your list and go back and thank those folks. It doesn't matter how small of a role that they played. It's one of the cogs in the wheel, I like to say. Another big thing for me is don't put prizes for the best dressed or the person who's raised the most money. people involved in the walk and the sponsors should be doing it because they believe in supporting cystic fibrosis. It should not be about the prize. It should be about the human life that's waiting for that money to find the next great gene modulating pill or something like that. You know, we used to get prizes for selling chocolate bars in school. This is not chocolate bars. This is human life. So I really encourage you to just be involved with people who actually want to find a cure for cystic fibrosis. It's out there.
I think the thing we're most proudest of is building the CF community back up on PEI. So we're able to become a stronger voice for people with cystic fibrosis living on the island.
I am proud of the awareness that I have brought to this disease over the past several years. I am proud of the advancements that I have made. Proud of the advancements that have been made.
I think one of the things I'm most proud of from the past couple years would have to be the announcements of the new cystic fibrosis drugs being approved in Canada. It's a huge step. Since I was young, we've always been told that these drugs are coming and they're in development, but we never really knew when they were coming. So it's super exciting to see that they're finally available and that they exist. And it's just really important that we keep advocating for coverage for these drugs in Canada.
What am I proud of? Personally, I'm proud of a big event we've had here in Nova Scotia called Squash CF, which is when we launched pumpkins for $5 to raise money for cystic fibrosis. We had that event going for nearly 10 years. I'm most proud of my wife, Agatha. She has more energy than I can ever muster, and she just keeps on going like an Energizer bunny. When I've tapped out, I'm particularly proud of my son, who's sacrificed a lot of his own life in the pursuit of keeping mine alive. It's really quite humbling to think what that boy has gone through. I'm very proud of every single cystic who's doing everything they can to just breathe another day. They can't always put their best effort in because they don't always have the energy. But I'm proud of every cystic who's doing what they can to just do what they can. It's not always easy. Many days are very, very difficult. So just keep on trucking along. I'm also proud of my parents, of course. They've kept me around for the young half of my life, and then I kind of took care of myself, and along with my wife, taking good care of me. I'm very proud of my young, new CF clinic team. They are passionate, they are hungry, and they really have all of our best in mind when they go to work every day. I've seen it in person. It's really quite lovely. I'm particularly proud of every single parent out there of a CF kid who has lost that kid. It is very devastating to go through. But what I'm proud of those parents who've lost a child but have turned their love and energy into those of us who are still here, and they've seemed to have adopted us as their own and doing everything they can to end cystic fibrosis.
One thing that we look forward to is Josie becoming happy, healthy adults and having an effective cure or control in place that helps to make sure that her future is a full one.
When thinking about the future of CF and those living with the disease, I feel hope. I look forward to the drug Trikafta coming to Canada. And I look forward to the hundreds of lives that'll be changed for the better. This drug will give many of us a chance and at a happier and healthier life. And I am so excited for that.
Looking into the future for those who have CF and those who are newly diagnosed, I truly hope for a healthier future. Because of all the improvements in research and the development of these new drugs, I do believe this is a huge step in the right direction. And even in my lifetime, the life expectancy for those living with CF has improved significantly. So I'm hoping in the future it will continue on this trend until we find a cure.
You know, looking forward, I think everybody in this community is looking for the same thing. That's a cure for cystic fibrosis. And we are so very close with all these gene modulating drugs that are out there now. We are just around the corner, as they say, to a cure for cystic fibrosis. Of course, we have to wait for this, seems like endless Canadian red tape of bureaucracy to get Trikafta into the hands of those who need it. But we will get there. You gotta just, have faith. I look forward to not having another phone call, a meeting, or another broken heart because cystic fibrosis has reared its ugly head again. It's time it goes away for good, and we are so close. Just keep looking forward.
I think a way people can support better is to become a more vocal advocate for the approval and funding of cures and controls that are in the pipeline right now.
I have had a lot of support and encouragement within the CF community. I would encourage everyone to continue to raise their voices and get loud for CF, to continue to share their stories, whether good or bad, and to continue to raise an awareness wherever possible.
I think the best way people can support the CF community is to advocate for us and to help spread awareness about the disease itself. And you can do this by sharing petitions and signing petitions to help get life-saving cystic fibrosis drugs into our hands. You could also share posts on social media about what is CF and what it's like. And another thing would to be join the fundraisers, such as our cystic fibrosis walk in May, or other fundraisers in Shinorama, which happens at universities.
Here on the East Coast, we have, I think, the hugest hearts probably in all of this country. Yes, that's a challenge. Whenever I pick up the phone or send an email in support of anything that I'm doing, I'm always overwhelmed by the support that I get back. It is truly an East Coast specialty, I guess, in our community. For those who want to support CF, you can donate all the money you want to cystic fibrosis research. It has obviously been a big success story, especially in the past 10 years. But if you wanted to support an individual with cystic fibrosis specifically, you can do that. There's a special fund called the Stephen Russell Memorial Fund, and it is a fund exactly set up for that. You can make a donation to the Stephen Russell Memorial Fund because living with cystic fibrosis definitely has its financial challenges. It could be wanting a pair of glasses or maybe a gym pass or a bicycle for therapy. You can make a donation to the Stephen Russell Memorial Fund and it will find its way to the cystic fibrosis warrior.
Good day to all of those gearing up for the Walk to Make Cystic Fibrosis History. My name is Jason LaRose and I am the coordinator for the Riverview, New Brunswick Walk. I am proud to present to you Robert Whitten, a long-time bagpiper for the Walk to Make Cystic Fibrosis History here in Riverview, New Brunswick. I hope you all have a great day and enjoy the walk.
is Hannah, and these are my two brothers, Kyle and Ryan, and my little sister Claire, and they all have cystic fibrosis. Thank you, King Canada, for supporting CF.
On behalf of the Atlantic region, I'd like to thank everyone for joining us in the 2021 Walk to Make Cystic Fibrosis History. I want to take a quick moment and thank everyone who appeared in this video and who helped out creating the opening ceremonies. We truly appreciate you taking the time to share your stories with us so openly. It really does mean a lot, and we thank you. I would also like to offer a special thank you to all of our walk coordinators across the region. Everyone worked so hard making phone calls, increasing fundraising. There was a whole bunch of new virtual events that started this year, which was fantastic, and that made our walks in the Atlantic a complete success. Thank you for all that you do and for helping us push further. Well, that's a wrap for now. I hope you tune in later to our closing ceremonies. Have a great day, and again, can't wait to see you next year. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you for being a part of the CF community.
Thanks.
Bye.